Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. It just happens that I put a video out, I believe it was on the 19th. I'm recording this Tuesday evening, a couple hours after I did our live stream on Tuesday. And I just put a video out on the 19th that was titled, China is Starving. And on that video, I read through some of the imports that China was making as far as soybeans, corn, wheat, things like that. And on one of the articles that I referenced in that video, it said that China is ramping up their soybean imports because it looks like they're trying to rebuild their pork herd. And I stated that, in my opinion, they were not. That in my opinion, the reason that they were buying all that soybean and all of those other commodities is because they needed the food to feed their people. And here I come across this article that says, food shortages hit China. There is not enough fresh food to go around. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at it. The original article to this was written by Robert Wheeler, the Organic Prepper blog. So let's take a look and see what they're saying here. Over the past few weeks, I have been writing articles regarding a coming food shortage. I've been pointing out that the food shortage is going to hit the United States hard, but that it is also going to hit the rest of the world. A worldwide fit of hysteria over this health crisis, resulting in the shutdown of the world's economy, interruption of the supply chain, and the destruction of food products, as well as international trade wars and natural disasters, are going to collide with one another and make this winter one of the toughest on record. And I've been talking about the perfect storm for a long time now, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we're headed towards. We're headed towards a perfect storm. Now ask yourself, if China is not getting enough food to feed their people, where are they going to get it from? Okay? And if they get it from us, what's going to happen to our supplies? Our supplies will dwindle, which will make the price of the foods that we buy at the store more expensive. So stock up now while you have the time and while food prices are still manageable. China is now publicly acknowledging a coming food shortage. But while many have dismissed my claims, I like to draw your attention to the fact that China is now publicly acknowledging a coming food shortage. In fact, China even has an anti-food wasting campaign going on across the country right this minute, encouraging people to eat half portions or at least make sure to finish their plates. One thing I understand about their new policy in China, ladies and gentlemen, is that, for example, if you go into a restaurant with 5 people, the restaurant is only allowed to serve 4 platters to the 5 people, so that they have to share 4 platters instead of getting 5, one for each of them. In an October 5th article for the New York Times entitled, China's Mealtime Appeal Amid Food Supply Worries, Don't Take More Than You Can Eat, by Eva Dao, says, on the surface, China's campaign to encourage mealtime thrift has been a cheerful affair, with soldiers, factory workers, and school children shown polishing their plates clean of food. But behind the drive is a harsh reality. China does not have enough fresh food to go around, and neither does much of the world. This health crisis and extreme weather have disrupted agricultural supply chains, leaving food prices sharply higher in countries as diverse as Yemen, Sudan, Mexico, and South Korea. The United Nations warned in June that the world is on a brink of its worst food crisis in 50 years. It's scary and it's overwhelming. Arif Hussein, chief economist of the United Nations World Food Program, said in an interview, I don't think we have seen anything like this ever. Ladies and gentlemen, heed the warning. If you don't have a few months or even a year's supply of food put away, get to stepping and get to putting away some food security for yourselves and your families. Right now, the food products in China that are facing the toughest situations are corn and pork. China's pork industry was hit hard, and flooding ruined a large portion of China's corn crops. But it's not just those 2 products that are at risk. Fresh food of every kind is in short supply for the same reasons as the United States, i.e., insane shutdown policies. China is claiming that it is not in a food crisis currently and is attempting to reassure the population that it has enough wheat in reserve to feed everyone for a year. But the reality is different from the claims, as China pork prices rose 135% in February and floods killed so many vegetable crops. You may wonder how this shortage in China affects us. Ironically, China is dependent on the United States to bridge its corn shortfall, despite the fact that we are allegedly in a trade war with China and the fact that Americans will soon be facing a shortage of food of their own. It is likely that the good old USA will tell its citizens to take one for the team. Political unrest goes hand in hand with food insecurity. And it's true that China's government may not view the food crisis as the biggest concern. Instead, it views political unrest as the biggest threat. And I was talking about that during that video as well, ladies and gentlemen, that I put out on the 19th, that the main reason why any country is worried about not feeding its people is because the people will eventually revolt. Both of its major political disruptions in the 50s and 80s came at a time when food was in scarce supply. But for now, China is attempting to convince its population to embrace austerity voluntarily and throughout social shaming in order to stave off the crisis a little longer. Doe describes the clean plate push in her article by writing this: Beijing's solution has been a sunny, clean plate campaign, launched in August, with the aim of curbing food use without prompting public alarm. Like the American Victory Gardens of World War II, the campaign is as much about trying to unite the country around a patriotic mission in a time of hardship as it is about securing the food supply. Restaurants across the nation are dishing out half servings in line with the drive. Some, such as the upscale Peking duck chain, have instructed servers to nag diners not to waste. Other restaurants are fining people for leaving too much food on their plates. At one elementary school in southern China, students must send teachers short videos of their dinner each night to verify they are cleaning their plates, according to the state-run People's Daily. A number of university canteens are giving away fruit and other small gifts to students who finish their lunches. Even billionaire Jack Ma, founder of the online retail giant Alibaba, has been filmed trying to save food. A recent viral video shows him asking for his unfinished crab and lobster to be boxed up to go. Government officials are, of course, forbidden from holding lavish banquets during this period. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. China is starving. It is just that they don't report these things until it's in your face. And that's what we've been saying, not just me, but many other prepper channels have been saying we are headed into a food crisis. Only because it's happening in China doesn't mean that it's not coming here. It will be coming to a city near you, ladies and gentlemen, so prepare now. Well, why would you wait until it's in your face to prepare for it? The signs are all around us. We need to make sure that we're prepared for this now. The better off you'll be and the better off your neighbor will be if you're prepared, because you won't be fighting with them to get in line, to get into the supermarket and panic shop or panic buy when the truth comes out in the mainstream and everyone is in the know. We have a small community here. Tell your families that they need to stock up. And if they don't listen to you and you can afford it, maybe do a little extra stocking up on their behalf. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a great day. Having said that, thank you very much for joining in. I truly do appreciate it. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to every one of you and your families. I'm the Alaska Prepper. I'm out.